Hello again. I left the game running for about an hour, and now we got some resources. And I also bought one more improved casting and an attunement mastery, just so I get a little extra into alchemy to improve the speed of the occult essence. And I think I also got the hang of this curse thing going. Made an entire loadout slot for it. Let's first, have the rock necklace tripled up. Now we have good resource quality. We can buy these upgrades for cheap. So we go with ironwood construction. And then imbue organic. That's just gonna give us druidly levels. That will make everything just a little better. Okay. And this is gonna be the same as, what was it? The same as Chaotic Mind, I think. You can buy a couple upgrades and then it should turn into something that is researchable, hopefully. So, next, Ironwood Druidry. And no new unlocks. Oh, have enough for an imbue occultic. Yes, please. Okay. Now, take a look at this. We're going to harvest this ironwood tree. That's going to give us 7.25k per second on its own. But if I go and restructure my artifacts a little bit, I think it was this one. So now we got some extra spare power and more building resources. 270% hex resources, which ironwood is. So with all this, it's already 11.6. And then I'm going to actually, hold on a moment. It takes just a little bit of finagling, I think. Need one more spare for the book. Technically shouldn't matter. So put one like this. Because I do want to make the blessed wand hit the vilify. But I also need the cursed emblems at full stack before that, just to maximize everything, so gonna hit conjure space to get the blessed wand on cooldown. And when it's about halfway, we do a channel spark. That's going to ramp up the cursed emblems to full stack. And once the spell has run its course, we are gonna use vilify. Now. And now look at this. Other than 31k per second. That is quite the difference, isn't it? I think I have perfected harvesting ironwood. And because Mage Bloom and Occult Essence are also hex, we are gaining extra from those as well. And then we get our Mage Bloom, while the stacks still hold. I think this is how you're supposed to play this. And now the Mage Bloom and the Occult Essence are getting a hefty boost. Technically I could also do one of these and get one more stack of Refine Occultic and still be in the positive. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna run with this until this instance of Mage Bloom is fully harvested. And I think I finally understand how size works. So Druidry level does in fact increase the size. So even if you start with a small plot. Technically this water spring is the smallest that I could make at the time. Also, the mastery has been removed, so looks like it was never intended to actually make any, so that's good. So what I was thinking was maybe make another shaped ground and use a full size create spring that would make even more water. Here's the thing. I don't think growth speed and yield are actually affected by the size, only the water per second. And I think I am okay with that. So maybe I don't even need to recreate this one bigger. But we'll see. Okay, we're gonna need more trees to turn into forest trees, to turn into ironwood. I can work with that. Now let's see what we unlocked over here. We have a vast spring. Make springs more effective. Obviously. Wow, 30% right out the gate, huh? Oh yeah. And we got fluorescence. Generate more blooming resources. That is currently only Mage Bloom. I imagine we're gonna get at least one other. Base rate. That always throws me for a loop. Because there's the gain rate, there's the base rate. And there's a third. That's not clicking in right now. Okay, with current drain, Mage Bloom is done in an hour. Thankfully, we can just keep harvesting it. Because it grows back in 12 minutes. That's actually fairly decent. We make another force tree. I'm actually having enough generation that I don't even need to replenish. That's probably because I put reserve level back up. I think I only need to lower it when I'm using stuff like construct, because the drain with that is considerable. But for regular spells that only cost mana, I think we are good on max reserve level. Gives us a couple more % power. So we have one concept to gain here. And that is study nature, lowers druidry cost. Study body, lowers artificer costs. Oh, what's this? Learning charged. After an attribute developed for 2 seconds, extra cantrip cooldown speed, and extra base energetic resource rate. Huh. Interesting. This is another one of those that will never be fully effective because of my build, like the energized learning. We are getting a tiny bit of things from this. not really enough to be seen. Okay, Artificer costs down. This one will also be a little slower, but I'm kinda running against the wall here, because this has scaled into pretty high territories. I can barely even increase skill capacity with this. And study nature. I think I'm good on verdant energy. So between learning charged and study body, I think we're going with study body. Make it maybe mastery 4, so I can go with level 5. Yeah, okay. This will keep going for a little while. And while we wait for stuff, okay, still have the gains on. Let's get some more Mage Bloom. Bit more Curse. I'm starting to like this Cursed Emblem almost as much. Okay. Now we're making some stuff. Very nice. We still have one artifact. That's gonna have to wait until the curse falls away. But we can gain another alchemy recipe, let's see. Transmute wood. Nah, I think I'm good. I can just cut down trees for billions at a time. But thanks for offering. Ooh, enchant materials. Minus drain cost and a little extra resource quality. That sounds nice. Transmute ironwood. Huh. That takes quite a lot of force bark though. But with a flat multiplier for ironwood, that actually can work in my favor, even if I don't keep it on passively. I can just slot it in while we are harvesting, maybe? Because enchant materials is good. But I already have enchant essence. That also takes quite a lot of capacity. I just don't know. I think I am at the point with alchemy that I am severely limited by the slots, that I don't see ways of gaining. Unless, of course, I were to buy Alchemical Mastery, which I actually want, just one, so I get one more slot and a little extra capacity. That I think is necessary here. So back to this. Transmute wood is out, because I will never be lacking wood ever again. It's a toss-up between these two, really. Well, since I am in the ironwood business, maybe go with this one. And we can get another. is nice. Let's make sure it's cheap. Now show me what you got. Space Cloak. Enhances spatial resource generation and how sustainable resources are. So we can overflow a little more. That's actually pretty nice. Little extra. Oh, resource cap. Spatial resource gain and quality. I have absolutely no problem with gaining stuff. At this point it is the capacity that is limiting me. We have one energized cloak. Extra energetic resource gained. And quality. And storm spell power. I still have only 2 storm spells. Poor lonely little things. This one cuts down spark loss. So basically, it stays at a higher level, I think. And what's this? Arcanum Mantle. Extra magic resource gained. Extra magic resource quality. Extra arcane spell power. Huh. Well, I do like the magic quality and the extra gain. Not gonna get Artificer or Arcane up to those levels, I think. But this still looks like the better option. Nice. So maybe now is the time to put an upgrade on the cloak types. And then I haven't decided. Any other thing? Yep, we can get another spell. Just need some more knowledge. And since we're here, let's top everything off. Look at my word and go. Okay. Now let's buy this. Purify Orb. Ooh, what's this? Enhances essence type resource generation. That's quite the enhancing. Even gives alchemy power. That's nice. We also have Reverberate. That is a storm spell, so I can't use it right. Cast all cantrips in your loadout without cost or cooldown. Oh wow, my goddamn. I have some pretty nifty cantrips. And the whole thing is on a pretty low cooldown. What's the catch here? Is it just the spark cost? Because otherwise I don't really see why you wouldn't want to pick this. Just have all your cantrips. That sounds pretty busted. You put something like heavy on them. That gives them extra cost and power, and just cast them for free. That sounds nice. And what's this? Meditative Fabrication. Takes a lot of scholar and a little more wizardry. Empower and clear one's mind, improving parchment generation, mental quality and concept speed. I see. So we make more parchments with this. That's a pretty nice resource quality though. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Purify Orb. I happen to have all the requirements for it. That's a happy thing. And I can just slot it into alchemy here. I probably don't need 2 transfigures anymore. I'm still keeping 2 recharges. Yeah, I originally put the heavy on the transfigure to improve the essence gained, but it does not seem to be mattering all that much. Goes from 1.13 to 1.14. Yeah, I think at this point, 2 levels in strong is better. Yeah, power-wise, than the heavy. And we wouldn't suffer the double cooldown. So I think I'm gonna do just that. And remove this transfigure. And just put in the Purify Orb. Obviously also strong. So these 2 should work in tandem to massively increase our essence gain, huh? Well, okay. Let's give it a try. Magic cantrip. Trying to see if there is something appropriate in here. Not really. For now anyway. Maybe let's just give it a little more cantrip power. So, from 119 per second, these 2 together should go... Hold on a moment. Not gonna make that mistake again. Okay, I think I am comfortable leaving it at reserve level 5 at this point. I have enough generation for that. So let's see, how much is this? Okay, more than triples it. I do like that. It's just over all too quickly. But that's okay. Do 2 recharges stack? I don't actually know. Would be funny if they did. Okay, I could play around and get improved alchemy. But it doesn't really give that good bonuses. So maybe we can skip it for now. Magic affinity doesn't help us here. It's just always nice to have. So let's get our mage bloom again. Just a little. Okay. Is there a way, maybe, to put something here? No, this is 4 by default. I could put it here, but then I would lose the curse too. Maybe if I were able to use this properly. But as things stand, because using Vilify plus Purify at the same time, I think would be awesome. You know what? Let's try it. So we go with Vilify. We're still gathering, that's good. So Vilify. Oh yeah, that's already better. And now we get some stacks. Now we use the Purify. Oh goddamn, look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Why does it supercharge Mage Bloom? It's probably just a hex. Okay, so this does in fact work. But only for the occult essence. I do need to bring it back the way it was. For the ironwood, I think. But I am kind of okay with that. So we can just gain witchcraft pretty easily like this. I kind of approve. Yeah, if I had just one more spell capacity. Maybe one more improved charms would do the trick. Need one more magic advancement for that. Wizardry or druid. Well, maybe wizardry. Just get a couple upgrades over here. Not gonna touch that for a while. Yeah, just casually tripling our occult essence income with Purify Orb. It's awesome. And it would also work with Alchemic Scroll, so this 100 million might actually not be all that impossible to reach. Interesting. So what do we want now? I think we should make another 1 million alchemic scrolls and then see what other alchemy recipe we get from here. Speed this up a little. Bam. So we were good on that front. The limiting factor is the Thaumic scroll, but I'm okay with that. Essence. Oh, you know what I can do. Kinda have to shut everything down, but it can be done. You know what, let's save this loadout, because it is pretty nice. I can use Enchant Essence. That's even more Essence resource gained. Can have to stop everything for it. Like this. And then just put this one here. Okay. I think that should be enough. Extra gain, extra quality. That's magic. That's not applicable here. Yeah, I think this is what we need to go with. Now let's see. So we started and okay, this pretty much doubles the gain speed. That's good. Already at 1.5 million. Okay, I think I can work with this. We just need to keep our Thaumic scroll supply up. But that can be done. Okay, go back to here for the cooldowns. One thing that I don't really like actually is that with these loadouts you don't actually assign an equipment load to it. You're just telling the game to keep checking your equip loadout and then save it to here for the next time you are there. So there are multiple times when I actually change stuff while I'm in here and then the game remembers and I don't really want it to. That's a little annoying. But still. So we get the rock necklace, just so we save a little bit. Now what do we get this time? Sorcerer's Salve. Extra magic splash per second. Oh, that's free Thaumic scroll. Extra base magic resource rate. That doesn't really work with Thaumic scroll. Unless I find a way to generate it. So right now it doesn't have a base. Plus 20% max magic per minute. Again, this one doesn't have a maximum, so doesn't work on that. But for everything else, it's pretty nice. If only I wasn't so supercharged on everything magic. What's this? Enchant extraction. Extra refinement power. Extra refined, occultic and organic, you say? extra blooming resource quality. And helps with refinement drain, you say? And the only problem is that I would need to get alchemy up to 7. Otherwise, this is unusable because of the cost. And this is Arcanum Potion. Gives Arcanum per second. And some arcane spell power. Yeah, this is kinda useless. 5 million Arcanum per second for 5 seconds. That's not even anything at this point. So... I don't even know. Maybe a Sorcerer's Salve. Just for the free Thaumic Scrolls. And if I increase duration with stuff, I can get more out of this. Because I still don't know if I want to level alchemy above what I have right now. Needed level 4 to reach alchemical mastery. But anything higher than that, I just don't know. So let's go with Sorcerer's Salve. Doesn't actually use anything other than water. Yikes, 16 times the cost. Yeah, maybe I do. Get items a little up. That wouldn't be so bad. So we go with this. And now we're up to billions, so... not gonna gain anything for a while. Oh, that's okay. Level 2. One more until we can upgrade something. And tentatively I was thinking upgrading liquid. Because that gives some passive alchemical capacity. And that might just be enough for me to use certain things. So we're okay over here. Improved alchemy only gives base water and base essence. Wait. Once you gain base water, does that mean that auto alchemy starts applying to it? Because water is an essence. Well, okay then. No attainable goals over here. Scholaric essence. That would only need a couple of casts. Maybe that is within reach? I don't know how to get Amber up. Magic and natural. We'll see. We're gonna need quite a bit of it. More imbue organic. Would need to switch to organic essence. That's a different ballpark. Well, okay, so far. You only got these things going. I want my cursed channel spark back. Or do I? 16.5 seconds. That's just barely enough to fully generate max stacks of the curse. Do I have anything? I could put a create spring here. That would make it hold for a little longer. That's 8. Maybe one ocular magnification that goes for 41 seconds. Or a recharge. Yeah, I actually kinda wanna recharge, because Vilify has quite the cooldown, the way I'm using it. So one cursed recharge. Okay. And the conjure space. Just to play with the blessed wand. Okay. Yeah, this is the only use for Arcanum at this moment. Just to increase Vilify. Okay. This needs Spark. Boom. Look at that. I just casually make almost 2 trillion space with one click. It's just bonkers. Can't even hold half of what I need. Well, okay. Let's make just a little spark. Perfect. Buy some agility and some stone forging. Infuse spark. And it looks like we're good again. Nice. Okay, this is a braid. This is cap. Ooh, amplifier, extra generator power. Printing station. Base paper per second. Well, I don't have a shortage of paper. But sure, I can always use some. Is that really all we gained? Kinda lackluster. Okay, we still have the rock necklace on. Take this, and take this. And generator is just these guys. Okay. Can still make that work. Yeah, that's not unfair at all. Quite the multipliers, huh? Probably never even buying more of this. So I want more amber. That is Scholar's Book. Anthemic volume. Okay. Yeah, a bit of Scholar's Book for now. Drink the XP. And a whole lot of amplifiers. Because we can. Awesome. Okay, didn't get much. Yeah, probably somehow need to get to Ember Construction before we get anything. None of these matter in here. Yeah, okay, so this is yet another lull in the game. I'm just gonna have to play around for a couple hours gathering stuff. So, see you later. Thanks for watching.